All right. Good morning. Sorry for the delay. I was kind of having a cup of tea because I just got back from dropping my son and I made myself a cup of tea. I was trying to finish it off. Now, dollar index, I'm still looking for higher prices, and basically what I was anticipating was a optimal trade entry with the sell that I took on the British pound, but they decided to go and attack this low, which ended up here. Now that they've taken out that low, it looks to me that it was a run on stops and it's rejecting. And as you can see, I had a few lines on there. I started watching the 1 minute time frame, and on the 1 minute time frame, we had a breaking market structure here and price retraced. So I was looking for higher prices, and therefore I was looking for this to reflect that, basically a breaking market structure on British pound, so I can go short, but it hasn't done that yet. So I'm waiting for a breaking market structure on the lower time frame before I sell it again. On euro, it has broken market structure, so if you want to go short, I mean, you can, but trading it with caution, because if you look here, we have this low, this high, and a low. Price made a new high, right? So we could be retracing and going higher, which will lead us probably to come somewhere down here. So you can take a sell, but don't anticipate it to go all the way down. You can take partial. This is the breaker. You can take partial there, right? And then leave the rest and see how they want to trade this. Right, so stop loss there. That'll give you more than 2 to 1, and then you leave the rest. All right, because we don't know if they're going to continue going lower on this one, right? Let me check back on this. Yes, that one is fine. On New Zealand, this is where I'm watching for price to go. You just saw me put in the levels. On the 1 hour, we have a bearish order block here, right? So dropping down into the lower time frames, we have this imbalance, right? And dropping down to the 5, narrowing it down, yeah, that same imbalance, and then 4, same thing, 3, same thing. So I'm just gonna leave it there, right? That imbalance in there. Now the downside to this trade is that we have equal high here, right? So they might either take this equal high before dropping. So that's the only caution about this trade here. They can take out the equal high before dropping, so just be aware in case they do anticipate it to reverse. What I would like to see is them leave that equal high, drop down somewhere down here as I was looking for, and then send it higher for that equal high. So that's the scenario I'm personally kind of looking for, right? But obviously price is going to do what it's going to do. Also, you can just sell short, right? That's 15 pips stop. That's 12 pip. 15 pips stop loss will bring you right there, right? So that you avoid the necessity of, in case they want to go above that high, you taking a loss, and then if they reject that high, you go continuous into the downside. Or you just want to be confident and sell that, that's fine. Whichever way you want to go for it, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that because it is much safer going in this way. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to euro, and off it went. Should have taken the sell myself as well. Oops. I mean, it's too late. These days I want to take every single one. I want to take every single one. Okay, let me adjust it. And target the breaker. Let's look at the British pound. 1 minute chart. 1 second. 1 minute. Okay, market structure hasn't broken yet, but you can take it on based on the higher time frame and then place your stop loss above this high. Again, the only downside to it is equal high. All right, so let's do this and get rid of that one. I was so tired. I woke up too early, so I was sleeping when it was going for that high. But you can do something like this and look for that continuation to the downside. I like this gap in here. That's a draw on liquidity. I like that one. Either sell like this or wait for that breaking structure and then you go short. Okay, that's the New Zealand. Let's see Aussie. There's nothing pretty much on the Aussie, so I'm gonna leave that for now. Right, there's nothing on the Aussie for the moment. For this morning, I don't see anything, so let's leave that one for now. Euro, pound. Yesterday I said we want to see how they're gonna close. Do they close below this low? They did. All right, so price is basically gonna trade lower somewhere here, or optimal trade entry. 50% is right there. Somewhere down here is where I think price is gonna go. Now, yesterday afternoon, let's get rid of this. Yesterday afternoon, I don't know if it was yesterday, I think it was Friday, I gave you another logic of taking the swing highs and swing lows and basically using the moving average, right? We are trading below the moving average here. So every swing high that forms, that's a sell for you. So I'm gonna go back to the 4-hour. We are trading below the 4-hour moving average, right? This is the 50. So that's all I need, and then you can do this from here. Draw a box. Actually, do it right there from that very next candle, because that's when, if I cut this one off right here, that's when market closed below that low, right? That's when market closed below that low, and your 50 EMA is showing that it's bearish. So from here, you drop down to whether the 1 hour or the 15 minutes, and then every single swing high that forms, you sell short. You're not gonna need this after that. So going forward from here, every swing high you sell short. So let's play. Right there, that's a sell on the 1 hour time frame. So we're gonna sell short, looking for lower prices. Again, you're gonna sell short on that candle, looking for lower prices, and this is where we're at, right? So that's where you want to see price drop to, based on one, price closing below this low. It's a daily low, so that's why I wanted to see if they close below it, this candle's low, right? And then two, you just use the 50 EMA to find where price is supposed to be closing, which is below that on the 4-hour, and we are. So then going forward, every 1 hour swing you sell. If you want to use the 15 minutes, then every 15-minute swing high you sell short, right? So we have this one here. This one would have stopped you out, all right? This one would have paid you. This one would have paid you, and this one would have paid you, and 1, 2, 3, this one would have also paid you. Okay. So we're gonna look for continuation to the downside. Let's take this one off because that's not looking nice. So you're gonna look for continuation to the downside to that level, right? With partial here. That's going to be some TP. Let's get rid of that. So I'm gonna use the 1 hour time frame as the sell, and we're looking for this. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Let's see. All right, so that is that. Okay, Aussie New Zealand. This one I've just sent it out as a trade idea. I saw it quite a bit late, but it's fine. I'm looking for price to continue going up, but I've given a partial here because we have a breaker, right? It's similar to the oil trade that I took yesterday, where the higher time frame is looking to go up. We are retracing, so we should see price go higher, but we're gonna respect this auto breaker here as a partial level, and then look for continuation to the upside. So basically buying OTE and looking for this equal high. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So let's see what we're gonna get. All right, let me check the daily time frame. Yeah, it's looking good. They closed above this high. Let's check the weekly. Yeah, it's okay. If I'm wrong, then we will be selling short to come down for this close in void. That's if I'm wrong, because I'm looking at this, that as a breaking market structure right here, and then accumulating longs at the breaker, right? Accumulating longs in here. That's basically what the trade is all about. so sorry for that. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. Yesterday we talked about the yen and the Swiss pairs, right? I should have bought the yen pairs yesterday. All the yen pairs are that's crazy. Should be riding some of these bad boys. But the strategy that I shared, right, is there. I'm gonna resume trading live probably this week, because I can't be missing moves like this. I got my washing machine yesterday, so I think pretty much I'm all set. I don't have anything else to wait for. The rest is just trying to decorate some areas of the house, but the main stuff are all in. So I'm gonna resume trading live again, because I've missed some interesting moves, especially GJ. This low was predicted, not predicted, but I have things that predicted this low, right? And could have been in on this day long, and then holding on to it, or buying again that day, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 updates. It's incredible money. All right, incredible money. Anyway, let's go back to oil. All right, I was going to send this one, so let's go here. And hit buy WTI USD, buying at 106.50. 106.50. Stop loss would be 102.48. 102.48. 102.48. Taking partial at here. On one, and the next target will be here. And then the rest, we'll see how far they're gonna take it. I'll look for this gap here. All right, so 111.83. So 111.83. So buy limit. It's pending. I'm gonna take a picture. Save. Oil. Buy. And oil. Buy. All right, and save. Okay, and let me me post it in the other chat. Commodities. Okay, so that's oil. Let's look at gold. Okay, so gold came back down. Okay, it's trading inside another block, so we can investigate that. Let's remove this. Let's investigate. Oh, that's looking nice. All right, sorry for that. I got summoned by the boss. Ooh, look at this. Is nice. That sounds so suspicious, don't I? That was the first one. Let's dig deep again. There will be another one in here. I love doing this. Trading is so fun. Trading is so fun. I wish I was so much disciplined and trade just one single pair. Right? But you know, I can't do that. You guys will be bored. If I trade just one pair, you guys will be bored. Okay, so take up to there. So that's those gaps. I like the 5. Sorry, the 3. This one is nice, but I'll leave my stop loss below this. So far it has touched this one, but it hasn't broken market structure yet. So market structure will be broken. Check the 1 minute chart here. So once you go above that high, then that will be a buying opportunity. If not, then this can still continue going lower, right? So you can have these levels on your chart, right? Those 2 gaps, 1, 2. We've hit that one, and we've not broken market structure yet. So if we continue dropping, if we get down here, then you identify the last swing high, then you wait for breaking structure, or like we did the last time, you buy here, stop loss below that, you buy here, stop loss below that, all looking higher, or you buy there with stop loss below that. Right, that's how you can do it. So I'm gonna monitor this. Probably if I get an entry, I'll record this one. I was trying to do some recording, but my computer is running slow. Okay, so that's gold for you. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I hate missing out. I'm gonna buy gold, but I hate missing out trades. 52. Gonna buy 2 of them. And there you go. So I bought 1 here. I'm gonna place a buy limit on the last one because I missed this one. So if it's gonna go down, I'm gonna buy 1 here. This time my stop will be 11. I'm gonna make it 15. Right. Limit. Okay. Okay, so that's that for gold. We're gonna see how it's gonna behave, and pretty much that's it for gold. Let's go find something else. Ooh, shall we take British pound as well? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna take everything. I'm gonna take everything. 20 pip. 0.50. I've already risked too much on gold. And 60. 60. 37. 74. So that'll be 2 to 1. Let's see how that one get on. Okay, so we've done gold, we've done that. Let's look at dollar CAD. Okay, dollar CADs yesterday, I think I said they were going to probably attack this one. Let's look on the H4. So H1. All right, let's do small. Let's do a small market structure analysis here, right? So we had. Let's start from here. So we have high, low, new low, new low, new low here, new low there, and new low here. So that's the high, right? And so far, that's what we have. We have this low and that high. So I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna go here. Right there, right there. Now, yesterday I was trying to introduce you to that lesson that I was going to give, right? In this time frame, right, this is the important structure that we have. Okay, that's the important structure that we have. So until we break outside this, price is gonna still be bearish. So in the sense, if we close above this high, then we go higher. But until then, it's is still bearish on this time frame, on the 1 hour time frame. So if you go to the H4, then we do the same thing. Okay, so the H4, the last low is here and the last high is there. So on the H4, I'm gonna choose a different color. And here, I'm just gonna extend it a little bit right there. So on the H4, that's the range that we have. Okay, so on the H4, price is still bearish. On the H1, we could still break market structure to trade within this high. Right, we could still break market structure to trade within this high, but that doesn't mean that price is gonna go higher. It just means that we've broken market structure on the 1 hour, but still bearish on the H4. So we could see price trade like you're seeing right now, trade inside this high to this low, which happened here. Now break it down to the lowest time frame. Let's go to the 15. So on the 15, you're gonna do the same thing. Where is the high? Sorry, where is the last low? Was here. And where's the last high? Was here. Right? So on the 15 minutes, this is the swing. Okay, so on this 15 minutes time frame, again, we need to go above this high before even the 1 hour becomes bullish. Okay, same thing, I'm gonna drop down to the 5 and I'm gonna identify the 5 as well. So on the 5, we had low, high, high, low, high, low, high, and then low here. That last one, we're going to zoom in. That's why that lesson is going to require a lot of patience and a lot of understanding. But we had this low, this high, and then we made a new low here on this 5 minutes time frame. So on the 5 minutes time frame, we did break market structure right there. Okay, so at that stage, we then identify the 15 minutes, which was up here. So once the 5 minutes break structure there, then it's gonna trade within the 15 minutes structure, which is this high to this low. So price is technically gonna trade inside a gap from this low to this high. 50% and above is gonna trade inside a gap in premium. So here to there, it's gonna trade inside a gap from here. So if I can identify a gap, that's where price is gonna trade to, and there is a gap in here because there's another block, so there's going to be a gap in there. So that's where I'll expect price to trade to. After that breaking market structure there, so I'll expect price to trade above that high. So this pullback here, because price did not get there, this pullback is subject to buy. And you just use, oops. You just use optimal trade entry for the buy. So I'm gonna buy here. I'll buy the 70.5. Leave my stop loss below this last gap right there, and then target this level. Okay, so watch how price will go and hit that level right there. Okay, now at that point, as soon as price hits this, that's it for you, because we are not bullish, we are still bearish. So as soon as price hits this, that's it, that's your trade done. Okay, you should get out and then wait and see, do we close above this high? because if we don't, then price is still subject to go lower. Okay, if price does not close above this high, price is still subject to go lower. So in terms of trading, you can still go short using this high to this low and selling optimal trade entry again and looking for price to go lower, right? Because relative to the higher time frame, this is still bearish, it's not bullish. But on the lower time frame, you could still take the pullback. This is how you trade the pullback, but it's a bit complex that you're gonna need a lot of experience. You're gonna need a lot of time to really dive deep into understanding the structure of every single time frame, which is not an easy task. Okay, it's not. You saw me do it very quickly, but it's not that easy when you are doing it, because you don't know it. I'm showing you, and it's gonna require you some time to fully grasp your head around it. That's the basis of basically all the trades that you've seen me taking, and they are flying like crazy. That's how I take them. I take my time to analyze every single time frame to know which time frame is in control. Like this one, the H4 is in control. So if I'm buying, I can buy to go to a certain level and then stop, because I know that price is not gonna go beyond that level. And then if I'm wrong, and the beauty about it is, if I'm wrong, price is gonna tell me, like here, let's say I take this sell, right, and I'm wrong, it will go up here. Then I know that the H4 has what? Given up the trend. Therefore, I can look for retracement and then buy. And then I'll be looking at now the daily to find out where the daily structure is. Then I'll be trading inside that daily structure to identify a gap above 50% for price to trade to. That's pretty much what it is, but it takes a lot of time. It's not easy to wrap your head around it. So, I'll teach it when I'm ready. It's gonna take time, okay? But on dollar CAD right now, in my opinion, it should continue going lower, but because dollar is going higher, it's probably cannot go higher. It's not gonna go lower, it's gonna stay sideways. So you can see on the H4 we have this order block here, right? So you can basically do that same thing, drop down, identify gaps below 50%. So you're gonna do this. 50% is here and below, so we're gonna find gaps below here. All right, so let's investigate that. And we have one here. This one was closed in, and then we have one there, 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 and there. So these are the gaps that are interesting. So which one will I take? You can take all of it, or you can take optimal trade entry ones, which will come in somewhere here. So I'll check the 1 minute. As much as I like what I'm seeing up here, I prefer a bit lower. And the last time I showed you which ones that are very sensitive, and I mentioned that the ones that have a short-term high or short-term low just near the gap, like this one. We have this low, and then that gap. We have this, and then the gap. Those are the ones I'll be really interested in. Okay, so in this case, I'm gonna ignore that one, and then I'll be interested in this, and then the lower ones. So what you can do is buy limit, stop loss below that, and oops, buy limit, stop loss below that, investigate, and with all this, your main aim is I'm gonna look for 221, and I'll take most of my profit off. I like this equal high. Okay, so something like this. On a 2 minutes chart, and I'm gonna take a screenshot and post this. Right, you will see during the New York session. Okay, let's go back and check gold. Alright, gold is not doing bad. Oil bounced off from the 50%, but that's fine. I think it'll probably come back down again before going higher. The British pound, the 5 minutes chart, let me check. Yeah, the 5 minutes chart did not break market structure yet, so that's why it's doing what it's doing, which is fine. Okay, let's go back here and let's see euro pound. Okay. All right, now let's go to these pairs because okay, they're gonna continue their downtrend. It's gonna continue going lower. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna continue going lower. Look for swing highs on the H1, and then you sell short. Okay. Any retracement to optimal trade entry, that's a sell. You might get something here. That's a bounce. So that bounce, you're gonna sell it. If it does bounce, you're gonna sell it back down to take out that low. All right, so predicting right, so and then lower. That's if you get that pullback. Euro Aussie, this trade is done. Okay. Did it change that? It didn't. No, it did here. That's fine. So it's gonna go back down and attack this. Again, we can retrace from here. All right, pound. This one is just flat dead, so I'm gonna leave that. Okay, let's check the high time frame to see what level it's trying to reach for. Broke down here, so bearish. Now this low, this high, made a new low, up, down, failed to make a new low, high, there. So this is a pullback. There's a pullback, and we could take out this low and then go higher. So below this low, yeah, look at that. I'll be buying there. I'll not buy, but that's why I'll be hunting for buys. I'll be hunting for buys, so I think price is gonna go and attack this low. Okay, so you saw it first. I'm gonna hide it. I'll bring it back. So look for price to go and attack this low, like that. Okay, I think pretty much that's it, right? Any question? Any question? Any question? Let's do the higher time frame for this one as well. Yeah, this one is too close. I don't like that. I don't like that, but it's too close. Let's check the euro. Yeah, this one looks super clear. That's a lot of room to go. That's over 392 pips. That's where we think. That's where I think price is gonna go. All right. I think I'm done. The rest we will come back in the New York session. My bad. I just feel tired and exhausted. Oh, okay. You just run us out. It's going to be a run and stop. These runners below these lows, it's crazy the amount of time they do this. Okay, gold decided to continue going up. Alright, it looks like they did run that equal high. Let me check if there was any news event. no news event, so that's a potential run on stop. So I'm gonna monitor this closely, because if it's a run on stop, then we have a higher probability it's gonna reject. I'll monitor it for the New York session and then see, because I'd like to see it trade back down here and then buy it for the continuation to the upside. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go and find something to trade, maybe some cryptos. Oh, the yen pairs are just gone. Cringe. All right, take care. I'll see you in the